Okay, welcome back. My name is Dee.
Hey, and it's your girl Chelsea.
And this is Postpartum Uncut. This is our safe space to talk about the not so cute stuff, the nitty gritty, and the stuff that nobody told us about before we got here. And just a little taste of what our postpartum journey has been like since we became moms. Today's topic is really gross. It is the insurance and hospital bill conversation, which personally for me is a big chunk of we did not have this conversation. I had no clue that it was this ratchet when it came to this part of the postpartum journey. So, being that one of us has done a really great job of dealing with this issue, more so than the other, one of us is going to talk about what surprised us, first and foremost. But I know that there were a couple of things that caught you off guard too. So let's just talk about what happens, right? So mine is planned. There's a plan. There's a person I'm talking to about this plan. The plan gets a little off kilter, right? I get induced a little bit early. He's like, whoa, I'm not supposed to induce you yet, but here you go. So between the induction and then there's the rumors of they're always trying to trap you into a C-section or they're always trying to trap you into spending more money. I don't know how true all that is or not. All I know is when I signed up to get the state insurance, I was told I should be fine to have a baby and not have to pay any money. That's what I know. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not that stupid to think that there's not an additional somewhere in there. I'm sure the anesthesia cost is probably a loophole that probably is my whatever that bill was. Because here's the thing. What I was not ready for was to get sent 10 bills in the same mail cycle and have these 10 bills sent to me 3 weeks after I came home. They wasted no time sending me these bills. And what really ticked me off was one of those bills was 10 grand, and that was the delivery. What ticked me off was it has my son's delivery date as the day that we started induction. Well, we induced me on a Friday. He didn't come until 4 a.m. on a Saturday. So they're basically saying my pregnancy ended when I got induced. And I'm like, you're funny. No, you're responsible for all of this. I'm not. No, because that was not my understanding of this. So there's a lot of stuff that I feel like I'm so into the hold on, you ain't finna get me. Give me the itemized. Where's the receipts? Give me my coverage. I am that person. What makes this hard is how disorganized and behind and hard to reach the healthcare system is right now. And that's why I said in the previous episode, I want a billing advocate because I don't want to have these conversations.
Yeah.
The times that I try to have these conversations, it's really hard to get somebody on the phone. And then it's there was a time period every time I called, it was somebody that just started working there. I'm sorry, I'm new.
It's not helpful.
It's not.
Sorry, everybody has to start somewhere.
You know how when we were watching Straw and you were like, how all this happened in one day? That's how I felt about every time I called and I was getting somebody that just started working there. I was just like, I'm being punked, right? This is dumb. I am trying to tell you this is incorrect.
Yeah.
Call the people. Y'all gonna make me call the people? I don't even know what people to call. Because my insurance people, they so far behind on everything. When they snail mail me stuff, they asking for information that I done put in the portal 2 weeks ago. It's just not, it's not fun for me to deal with. So what I do hope is that by the time I have a second kid, that the insurance will all be cohesive in my household and will just be one simple call these people and you guys figure it out.
Yeah.
That's what I can't wait for. But unfortunately, that's not the reality for a lot of us. So that's what surprised me. I was very surprised that it's literally the most vulnerable period of time that y'all helped me. Y'all witnessed it. Y'all were there. I gave birth. And y'all have no problem sending me 10. I wish I forgot. I meant to bring the stack of envelopes. I took a picture. I'll probably feature it a stack of envelopes that was this thick of hospital bills, and half of them are incorrect because they don't have the right information on them. Like, there's little misinformations here and there.
Yeah.
So, I think that was the biggest shock for me. What was a shock for you?
A shock or the shocks?
Let's talk about it. Yeah, like, what surprised you? What was, like, what you weren't ready for, impact-wise?
I wasn't ready for my delivery. Well, first of all, my hospitalization and my delivery being at one hospital, but there's like 3 or 4 different like hospital groups that are billing me. I thought everything was through the hospital. And so now I'm getting like bills from this department, which is its own billing department, and then I get a bill from over here, which is this billing
like
department.
Labs versus anesthesia versus the
And I just was like, and I'm not even talking about me versus baby girl. Like, even baby girl had like 4 different departments like calling me and sending me mail. And for a while, I thought I was good. And this other department's like, no, you still owe us $3,000. And I'm like, well, the portal says, well, even though we billed you because we're like a subsidiary through the hospital, we still want our own money. We have our own payroll department. So like this whole time, I'm thinking I'm good.
It is crazy how these billing people will talk to you like you work there. That's like my pet peeve, right? Stop talking to me like I understand what you're talking about.
Why would I know that?
Why would I know that? And why would I care to research to find out right after I had my baby?
Or period. I don't. That's not my job.
Right.
So I think that was a shock. I think another shock was, so basically, Dad and I thought we were being responsible human beings, and he put her on his insurance day 2. He filed the paperwork.
Right.
What I was told by the hospital employees and representative was, you have 30 days to figure it out. Is it going to be on yours or Dad's?
You can't just...
You can have dual insurance, but it really doesn't make sense in our situations because you're both having a higher...
deductible or whatever.
Premium because he's paying for it and I'm paying for it too. So it's kind of like,
gotcha.
And he has good insurance because he actually has employee-based insurance versus me where it's private insurance, and a lot of people know private insurance is trash.
Right.
So it just made sense for him to carry her. And he literally filed the paperwork while we were in the hospital. Like, literally. So I'm thinking, cool. And they're like, well, anything within the first 30 days will be like retrospect, and then we'll just go back to his insurance company and bill it. Well, apparently my insurance company covers the first 30 days of life regardless of who she's actually carried under. So our insurance companies this whole time was fighting, well, no, she's supposed to pay because you pay for the first 30 days of life. And he's like, well, no, they're supposed to pay because I filed the paperwork. So literally we're trying to figure out why there's still bills, and that's why.
Which is a really dumb argument for y'all to be involved in. Like, if somebody pick, somebody pay it. It's not our problem, though. That would seriously frustrate me.
Well, what I found out, another tidbit of information, is when insurance companies are fighting over who has to pay the bill, there's something called the birthday rule. And whoever is the oldest or birthday comes first on a calendar year has to pay. Their insurance company has to pay. That's me. I'm older than him, and
I did that math, and I'm like, that's
before him the calendar year. So I was like, birthday rule. So that was a shocker to me. Like, I'm thinking, Dad filed the paperwork. She is under his insurance. What do you mean, birthday rule?
Or like, cause like, okay, so I have state. He had state. Baby boy got state insurance. Mm-hmm. Dad has great insurance. That's why I'm like, when we can all just get this cohesive, it'll be like so much easier to manage everybody, right? But like, we did his insurance, Dad's insurance as the supplemental because they covered the first year of his life. So basically I was like, well, if state gonna cover it and it's already settled, like, just do what you do. And then when something costs something, call his insurance company and figure it out. But don't ask me nothing. Don't ask me nothing. I think that's crazy that they wouldn't even like told y'all all of that. And 2, it should be settled, in my opinion, on if he said run my insurance, just run his insurance. The person that said run it
But even
You know
off
what I
of
mean?
that, I never filed paperwork for her to be a dependent on my insurance. So she never was a dependent on my insurance per like paperwork. It's just a clause with their insurance company that when a mother has a child, the first 30 days of life
It's
they're going
just
to
covered.
handle. I don't even have a say. I can't deny it, nothing. It just is what it is.
So on top of the fact that it was like a sublet, it's not even a thing. Yeah, okay. Yeah. This is what we're talking about. Like, these are all the little intricacies. Like, this stuff is obviously not cute. Mm-hmm. So, like, that's fine. But to not have heard anything about this kind of stuff, or, like, to have not known that people were dealing with these issues, or that this is the type of stuff you have to deal with, I think it was just how immediate it was. I was very offended.
You should not stop too.
You sent me, and then they don't stop. Like, those people do their job like clockwork. Like,
just pressing a button.
The mail literally comes, and it's like 5 envelopes every time, and I'm just kind of like, this don't make me want to pay you faster. This is overwhelming to me, because I know when I call this little toll-free number that you tell me to call, someone gonna answer. I'm gonna have to go through all these things, because I found out, like you said, there's like 3 different portals in SSM. Did you know that?
No.
There's my emergency room portal from when I had my emergency room situation. And then I think there's 2 more profiles for me. I have no idea. But it's these little things. And so if you can look into a billing advocate, I would do it. I started the research. I clearly have no motivation to finish.
Yeah.
But someone has done a really good job over here of starting this process. So just... why don't you just tell us what you're doing and give us a little insight, feedback on what has worked and what didn't?
Well, I mean, what I'm doing is just trying to stay on top of it.
What does that mean, though? Like, who are you calling, and what does the conversation start like?
Well, I mean, I'm periodic. Because, well, first of all, we've had to, like, resubmit the same claim or claims like 30 times. But the thing is, like, once you resubmit it, I think insurance companies are saying they have up to, like, 45 or 60 days. I don't even remember the number now to process it. So now, once again, another 3 months, you know what I'm saying? 2 or 3 months is tied up of my life.
Right.
For you to resubmit the claim. So it's just trying to stay on top of it. Keep looking back at the website to see if there's an update. Another thing, too, just to keep in mind, I'm going to compare it to the IRS. You know, the IRS can have, I think, up to a 1.5 years to audit you from a tax season. So you can be in 2026 and they're talking about 2024.
Yeah.
Same thing with billing. I had a 0 balance from one of the departments. And then when they found out about the birthday rule and his insurance had cleared everything, his insurance took all the money back and rebilled us for like 10 grand.
Yes.
That was already cleared.
Yep.
And I was like... they can do that. So
Yep.
They literally took all the money back and now we're at square one. So just be aware that's something that can happen to you too. Like, you think that you've cleared a bill and now you still have the same bill because the insurance took their money back.
Right.
So I would just try to, like, literally be as organized as possible, whether you have like a file cabinet or something where you can say, okay, these are pending bills, these are bills that are taken care of. Have everybody's number handy for all the different departments that you owe money to. But it's going to be a headache no matter how organized you are, because
right.
You're always getting letters in the mail for bills that you owe. Collection agencies are going to be calling you because it's like
back to back. You might get texts.
Yeah, because it's just like, it's an ongoing thing. Yeah, I still owe money from like 1.5 years ago because I'm still fighting with insurance companies.
Right.
So it's always going to be a hassle.
One of the pro tips that I got from another mom friend, she basically, she's the big thing here is accepting that this is going to be a headache. Mm-hmm. I am not there yet. Yeah. I know it's going to be a headache, so that's why I haven't done anything. Right. Well, no, I'm not going to do that. I did call. I started, and it pissed me off immediately, so I just stopped. So the pro tip that I got was to, yes, be as organized as possible. I'm already there. But to also be intentional about your time. Like we're at a stage now where we have toddlers that sleep for a good 2-ish, 3 on a good day, honey, 3 on a good day. But they sleep for a longer amount of time. So to narrow it down to like 1 phone call a nap, maybe 2 naps a week, but like some block time, because you know you might be on hold. You know you might be having an annoying conversation. Have your lunch, go pee, take your notes, your highlighter. I always write notes down when I talk to people about these things, because it always comes back. I get to
What's that reference number again? What's that case number?
Or like I will tell people like a rundown of the conversation, and it'll be so on point with certain things that they can't argue with me later. So like a notebook, a filing system, have your health insurance cards like ready or copies of it in your face if you keep them in your wallet. But the block time, the scheduled block time where I know I'm going to probably have a difficult conversation, that way you can mentally prepare and kind of like break it down instead of it interrupting your day or being at an inconvenient time that maybe you need to give more attention to the baby. That's a pro tip I received from a year 3 mama.
I would agree.
I'm not there yet.
But yeah, the biggest thing is just accept the fact that you're gonna probably battle these people for a while.
Yeah,
that's the most. And I think I'm super annoyed with it because I'm the type of person, I hate like reoccurring bills. I hate having the same conversations multiple times. So it grinds my gears a little bit extra than it would like a person with a little more patience in that department.
And you know me, I'm stingy with my patience. I don't want to give it to you, especially if I feel like you are not good at your job. I try, like, don't get me wrong, we should all be respectful, right? Mm-hmm. But when someone is not helpful, considerate, compassionate, and like if I would not hire you to work at my front desk, I probably will judge you and ask for someone else to talk to, because I'm not having this conversation if it's not going to be productive. Mm-hmm. I am not going to take the time out of my day around this kid and whatever else I got going on to have an unproductive conversation. That's not happening. I don't care what we talk about.
Oh, another thing too, and it's not it's not really a hospital bill, but it's along the lines of paperwork. I didn't know that since I wasn't married, there's like an affidavit that you have to sign to say, hey, this is the father of my child. Like, he's accepting it, I'm accepting it, cool.
On paper, claiming this man.
And then, there can be no scratch outs on this affidavit. You can't blot nothing out and write over it, because they will send it back to you and you have to do it again.
So the paperwork that you immediately get handed to you right after giving birth. Yeah, it's kind of trippy, because that's what I mean. Like, it's like intense, because for me, it's like, this is a document. And then like we have a junior, so I have to make sure that I don't mess this up. There's an accent on the E, and no one ever puts it on dad's, but we're gonna have it on record that it's the exact same name with a junior. It's like it's a little bit of a thing too. Yeah. And then he was out of it, trying to get him to do whatever paperwork after I told y'all he was supposed to go to work and he was sleeping. Like, it's a mess. Ain't nobody in the mood to do all of that. So if we don't do anything else, we can just mentally prepare you for the headache. Yep. And that help us. Let's all help each other get through this as easy as possible.
Yeah. So moral of the story is, if it's possible to be married for less paperwork, and it's possible to be married and be all on one insurance plan that'd be helpful to you. I mean, hey, no judgment, because neither one of us was married either. But it's not just like
it's not makes sense. This is all true.
Almost like when the IRS doesn't give you any money back because you don't have any kids. It's like I'm being punished for not having kids.
Actually, if it makes you feel better, because of the recent political changes, the money we would have gotten back, we did not get back.
But yeah, but like when I was younger, and I would be like 25, and I'd be like, oh, so I owe, or right. I don't get any money back. But so people that have 3 and 4 kids get all the money,
right?
I'm being punished because I just decided not to have kids right now.
Because I mean, I could have did it. It just wouldn't have been productive to society.
It didn't fit my time frame. But it's like same thing with the hospital. Like, so because I'm not married,
yeah.
I had to jump through all these like extra hoops. If he the dad, he's the dad.
I honestly just didn't want to sign any paperwork.
Yeah.
Right after that. But yeah, that was kind of trippy too. It's like on top of that, it's just a little awkward because it's like we didn't feel the need to explain our relationship until we walked into this doctor's office. Well, like even in the doctor's visits though too, like you still even with us, you still gotta explain, well, we're together, but we're not really together, not yet. But like, yeah, getting there, hold on. Like it's nobody wants to explain themselves, period.
Maybe
right?
I didn't have to go through that because they were so focused on bro.
Well, you had stuff going
on because that wasn't really a thing. They didn't ask him any questions. He just sat there and they were like, cool.
Well, and he came regularly too to all those appointments, so he's there having every conversation with us too. So
I mean, I feel like though, because he was there for like the first 4 or 5, so I feel like that's the time when you ask the questions up front, like what's going on.
It depends too on what's going on in your pregnancy too. So and like I had a bunch of questions about like when we get to this operating room, what it's gonna look like, what he need to know. Like I told you I asked him all my questions. Okay, but yeah, so like hospital bills suck. Get in line with your insurance. Like, you can get several things said to you all day. Keep a notebook. Oh, I think that would be a great one. It's like a prenatal notebook or like a binder or file. Like, I had a folder in my hospital bag with all of the information that I had gathered from doctor's appointments and like all my important documents. But I had a notebook like where I could take notes. Or like a notepad or on your phone where you can like, well, the anesthesiologist said this. The nurse that came in this day said this. Like, sometimes it's good to have those reference materials.
Because you're not going to remember everything. You're just not.
Yeah.
It's too much information.
It's a lot. So that's the best advice we can give. But if you guys have any other pro tips for how to deal with insurance and billing, please drop them because like we say, we do not claim to be experts. This is our first time momming. This is year 1.5. We would love any insight that you guys have for how to deal with the billing issue.
And baby number 2.
Yeah, like what can we do better next time?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, and then like if there's any insight about multiples. If things have changed over time for you. We would love to hear some stories. Please drop stuff in the comments. And if you haven't already subscribed to us, please hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the next conversation we have. And then Chelsea will be coming with another mocktail very soon. So don't miss out on that either. We will catch you guys for the next discussion. See you next time.
See ya.